Reese. Reese.
Reese. That's Reese's wrong.
Okay.
You're in my cage.
My daughter-in-law is going to read you guys a book. Go ahead, Penelope. Got it?
John Jones in Mummy Trouble. Skippy John Jones did his very best thinking outside the box. And this twisted his mama's whiskers tighter than a Texas tornado. Hey you, Mr. McPoo, said Mama Junebug Jones. Just what do you think you're doing? Hey you little digger, I'm talking to you, said Mama, scooping up her boy. A pyramid outside of the litter box will never, ever do. Then she saw his magazine. National Geographic, mused Mama. And the curse of the cat mummy? Why, this will give you nightmares, boy, with an upset tummy, too, plus a puppy tail in the grandest scale. This story is taboo. But Skippy John Jones was in no mood to listen to his mama, so he skedaddled into his room. He bounced once, he bounced twice. A third time he bounced, he said, "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones, and I do love my mummy. But if I don't bounce, I get nuts in my tummy." Then the kitty boy flipped over into the mirror for a look-see. "Holy smokito!" exclaimed Jimmy John. "I know you," he said to the doggy in the mirror. "Your ears are too big for your head, your head is too big for your body. You are not a Siamese cat." Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "You are the cutie, the diggy chihuahua dude, the whole enchilada." And they just might like enchiladas in Egypt, thought Skippy. So the kitty boy donned his mask and cape and began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Fresquito. I'm off to see old Egyptito. My chicos insist, and I dare not resist the chance to go meet a mamito." In the meantime, his little sisters, Jezebel, Jillyboo, and Jujubee, rolled into his room with a plan of their own. But the kitty boy was already deep inside his closet on his way to ancient Egypt. And padding down the river Nile, who should sail right past but a kooky crocodile, hunkered down on his lumpy bumpy back where all his old amigos, the chimichongos, packed. "Adonde vas?" called Skippito. "We are going to the Undermundo," answered the Chihuahuas. "Not the underwear!" exclaimed Skippito. No, said the Puchitos. "You silly little beast, the underworld, where mamitos rest in peace." "Peace!" exclaimed Skippito. "Why would who wants to sleep in peace?" "We do," said the doggies. "We hear they are to die for." "You mean they are better than frijoles?" asked Skippito. "Si, mucho mejor, señor," said Chiquito. "Vámonos," said Skippito. "What are we waiting for?" But then Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, spoke up. "Hold your ponies, Skippito. To get to the Undermundo, we must first have to ask the riddle of the Sphinx." "But I'm not good at riddles," said Skippito. "No problemo," said Chiquito. "You have a muy big brain." Then they set forth from the Rio Nile to find the Sphinx. The muchachos began to sing. "Skippy, skippo, skippito, we have only one chancerito to pass by the Sphinx, so don't be a jinx, just answer the riddle don Vito." The muchachos arrived at 4 o'clock sharp, but the Sphinx had been waiting forever. "Don't let the gato get your tongue, dude," said Don Diego. "What cat where?" said Skippito. "That cat there," said Pirotes, pointing to the Sphinx. But before he could say anything, the great Sphinx spoke. "Whose ears are too big for his head, and who loves to go bounce on his bed, who creeps on all fours through his own closet door, straight into the land of the dead?" Skippito knew the answer to this riddle, but he was so nervous he coughed up a fur ball. "You call that an answer, dude?" said Don Diego. "The answer," bellowed the Sphinx. So with his permission, the Peritos were free to pass on to the tomb of King Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Kabootin. When they finally reached the pyramids, the doggies burst into a song and dance. "O see, Osiris, our boy at the touch of a virus. He coughed up a ball, so the Sphinx made a call, and now it's inscribed on this papyrus. But when Scipio saw how dark it looked in his head, he began to feel queasy. My tummy hurts, he groaned, and my tail is getting puffy, too. But the chicos would not comfort him. They just wanted their peas, por favor. Are you not El Scipito Fresquito, the great sword fighter? Asked Paquito Tito. See, declared Scipito, that is me. Then do your duty, dog, commanded Don Diego. So Scipito drew in a deep breath and dove into the darkness of the musty old tomb, chanting, peace, por favor, peace, por favor, peace, por favor. He rocketed through the vault like a fur-covered comet, then until suddenly Scipito hit a wall and knocked himself out cold. Soon after, 3 goddesses emerged from the shadows to prepare the kitty boy for his journey to the Undermundo. First we salt and pepper him, said Ba, the first goddess, and sprinkle him with lucky charms, said Da, the second one. Then we wrap him and roll him and bundle him tight, said Ting, the third goddess, and blow him a kiss and say nighty-night. Then the trio rolled and wrapped the wrapped cat down the ramp into the king's burial chamber. Across the room stood the 4,000-year-old sarcophagus of King Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Caboodin. And just as they were about to deliver Scipito Mamito, he rolled right into the feet of the old moldy mummy. Pa, da, bing, moaned the king as he stretched out his paws. I need to rest in peace. Peace, screamed El Scipito Mamito, walking up in a flash, and quicker than you can say mummies, thumped in measles. He grabbed 2 paws-fuls of peas and hightailed it home. When Los Chimichangos saw El Scipito Mamito come rolling out of the pyramid, they went into a real tailspin. Then all the doggies began to chant, green chicharros hot, green chicharros cold. The best chicharros in the world are those that Scipito holds. But Scipito Mamito was too scared to slow down, so he shot the peas at the chicharros and kept right on running.
Don't she's last my webpage.
Into the arms of his mummy. What's the matter, Fuzzy Bug? Asked Mama Junebug Jones. Scooby John Jones looked back over his shoulder to see the 3 spirits were still chasing him. Ba, ding, da, bing, he wailed, dropping the last of his peas. Then 3 gambling goddesses raced into the room after Scipito with their puppets and a roll of toilet paper. We're going to wrap you and roll you and bundle you tight, they sang, and check you for cooties and kiss you goodnight. That night, Skippy John Jones was bouncing on his big boy bed. No mummies in my closet, no mummies in my bed, no mummies in my bookcase, no mummies in my head. Just before he closed his eyes, the kitty boy checked his room one more time for his mummies. The only one he saw was his own. I love you, Mummy, said Skippy John Jones. I love you too, Bunny Boots, said Mama Junebug. Now go to sleep, por favor.
Penny, at the end?
At the end.
Okay. Okay.
Nighty-night. Say nighty-night. Say nighty-night.